just enough to make you smile.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is not for the faint of heart. As you can see, I have a very dramatic eye look on my eyes right now. So for today's look, I did play with the new JACLYN X Morphe Volume 2 palette. I actually own her first palette and it is my most used favorite eyeshadow palette ever. It is so good, but she recently came out with this palette, which is very vibrant, very colorful, and obviously I wanted to create a makeup look using this palette, and I wanted to play with color, so that is why my eyes look like a unicorn threw up on them. This isn't going to be like a first impressions tutorial, it's more of just like I'm showing how I created this look. Obviously colors like this can be kind of hard to work with, so you have to be patient. So if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, I would love if you would do so down below. Also, let me know if you guys want to see more looks using this palette. Let me know if you guys have a certain look in mind. I could definitely do a more neutral everyday wear. Obviously, this is not a look that I would wear all the time. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any other looks in mind and I will do so. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I created this look, then let's just jump right in. So starting off, I'm going to go into my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm going to use this as my base. If you want to use concealer, you definitely can do that. I just feel like this will make the colors more vibrant. And then I'm just going to tap that out with my finger just to make sure it's nice and smooth. So the first shade I'm going in with is Perfectionist, the shade right here as our transition shade. I'm taking that on a Morphe M433. Just coating my brush and tapping off the extra always. You always want to make sure you're getting rid of any excess powder because you don't want that to explode all over your eye. And also if you've already done your face makeup, you really want to make sure that you're tapping off the extra because these shades do have a lot of pigment in them. So they do have kickback when you dip your brush into the palette. So I am just putting this kind of all over the crease. I am bringing the shade kind of higher up because it is going to help blend the other shades. So now I'm jumping into the shade Oh Hello, which is the shade right here. This shade does have a lot of fallout. As you guys, I'm tapping off my brush a lot. So what I'm going to do is just take this and kind of press this shade into my crease. I don't want to really blend in circular motions yet because I want all of the pigment to be deposited before I start kind of blending. So I'm just pushing this in to my crease, and again, you want to just work in layers. You don't want to just go in with a ton of pigment because then it's going to turn into a hot mess. Every time I go back in for more pigment, I am tapping my brush off. Going in with a clean brush, I'm just going to kind of blend these edges. Going in with the shade right here, this kind of like white shade, I am going to go in with that, and I'm just going to work this on the edges here. And this shade is nice because this is white, it really is blending this outer edge into like a nice kind of like pink, soft pink lavender shade, which is really pretty because it kind of blends out really nicely. I'm going to go in and mix Crazy with Oh Hello, and we're just going to go back and forth between the two shades. I'm using that same brush. So I'm going to go into Oh Crazy and also mix the two. Tap off the extra, and we're going to go back into the crease and kind of work this in. Going back into my blending brush and just lightly blending. Going in with the shade Positivity, it's like a nice peachy shade. I'm just gonna lightly tap that and put this right here. It's really not gonna do much, just gonna blend these two shades together. So now I'm gonna go in to Not My Journey. It's this purple shade right here. I'm just gonna take this shade, tap off the extra, and put this in the outer and inner corner. Going back into those two darker colors and just kind of layering over that. I only add the purple just to add a little bit of like dimension. As you can see, because I am being very careful, I really don't have much fallout because I'm really tapping the brush off as I'm working. Going back into my soft ochre, I am going to create a little bit of a halo eye. So what I'm doing is just placing this kind of where my pupil is, and as it goes up, it's gonna get skinnier. So as you can see, the shape I'm creating is kind of like it's wider, and then as it goes up, it kind of gets skinnier. I will tap this just on the edges just to kind of smooth that out just a little bit. Going in to the shade Positivity, I'm going to take that and I'm just going to put that right on these edges of the halo eye. I love this color. It is so peachy and pretty. So it's okay if you cover the center because we're going to go back over that in a second. But I really like the peachy shade that this gives off mixed with the gold. It looks so pretty. So I applied a little bit more concealer. Going into the shade Talia, I'm going to put this right on the ball of our lid. I am going to spray this shade and I'm going to apply this right in the center, working my way up. And then I am going to go in with my finger and just tap this. Sometimes your finger can really apply the color nicely. Going in with Positivity again, I'm going to reapply that because I really want that to show. These colors I feel like look stunning together. It reminds me of like a sunset with the peachy kind of yellowy tones. I'm going to go in with Milani Hypnotic Lights. This is in the shade 01. And I'm going to put this right in my inner corner. Right there. So stunning. And I'm just going to tap this just to blend it a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with this purple liner by ColourPop. It's in the shade Piggy Bank. I am going to go over this in a second with another shade, but I really wanted to overlap the shades because I feel like that's what really gives the eye dimension when you overlap shades. Now going in with my Marc Jacobs Eyeliner. This is in the shade Fine Wine. I'm going to apply this just in the outer corner and the inner corner. And then this part you can definitely skip because these eyeshadows are not intended to go in your actual eye. But what I'm going to do is go into Talia again, the shade right here. I'm going to pack that on my brush and I'm going to put that right in the center of my eyeball. Taking up Positivity, I'm going to run this right on my lash line. So now what I'm going to do is mix these three shades. And I'm going to hug this right on the outer corner of my eye and also the inner corner. Taking that Talia shade, I'm going to put this right here. Alright, so now for a little fun part, I went in with some white eyeliner and it actually came off kind of like a lavender shade because it mixed with the purple, but I actually love that. I think it's so pretty. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to create, this is from L'Oreal, and I'm just going to create a little wing here. So that is pretty much it. I'm gonna go in with a pair of lashes. These are the Ardell 3D Foam Ink lashes. So I'm gonna apply those and I will be right back. All right, so now that both of my lashes are on, all right, so now the last step is to just clean up my brow bone. So what I'm gonna do is just go into that Painterly paint pot again, and I'm just cleaning up my brow bone in case any eyeshadow just came up a little too high. I like to just wipe the excess off and then just kind of blend this down into the shadow so that it blends nicely. So now I'm just going to go into the shade Certified, that white shade, and I'm just going to put this right on the brow bone just to really brighten it up, and then I'm going to go back over it in a second. To really give that a pop, I'm going into the JACLYN Hill highlight palette. I'm taking the shade right here, and I'm going to just put that right at the tip of the brow bone, right there, just so that it really pops. Alright, so I'm just going to finish off my lips. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in the shade Pillow Talk. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Angel by MAC. For my highlight, I'm just going to go in to Laura Geller Gilded Honey. And I'm just going to put this on my cheekbones. I'm just going to set everything. So this is the finished look, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you guys did. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.